So, now that I've explained the numbers, let's break down some of the allegations that were sustained against Officer Wooten. The things that were proven that he did. There were 11 of them, a couple of them related to conduct, and some other things. There are two I want to focus on so that I can help paint a picture here for you of what exactly the Palin family has been dealing with, and I think it goes a long way toward explaining why Governor Palin and her husband hired a private investigator to keep tabs on this officer. Um, I don't think it was harassment at all, and I'll show you why. There are two complaints I want to zero in on that were substantiated. The first, and in my opinion, the lesser of these two complaints that were substantiated was that Mr. Wooten showed his um, 10-year-old stepson what a taser felt like. Apparently, there was some cooperation from the stepson on this. I believe the quote was because he did not want to look like a mama's boy in front of his cousin Bristol Palin, who also received an offer to be shown what a taser felt like. Um, but regardless of who cooperated or who didn't cooperate, the Alaska State Troopers, I think rightly, found that there is never a good excuse to taser a 10-year-old, especially when that 10-year-old's mother and female cousin are standing right there begging you not to do it um, because they don't want to see their son tased. And actually, there's a quote in document number 10. This is Governor Palin's testimony that it appears that Mr. Wooten referred to the mother and to Bristol Palin as, quote, effing pussies for protesting this tasing of a 12-year-old, I'm sorry, 10-year-old stepson. But that's the lesser one. The really big one I want to focus on is actually it's two separate sustained complaints, but they revolve around the same incident. And I'm reading again from document number 5, the memorandum from the state of Alaska to Mike Wooten detailing that he'd been suspended for certain things that he'd been sustained for. And the quote is, Wooten made a comment to Molly McCann, this is Governor Palin's sister, that he would shoot her father if he hired a lawyer for her. This is a sustained allegation. Actually, it was sustained twice for unbecoming conduct of an officer and personal conduct. It was not sustained once on conformance to laws because supposedly it is not illegal to issue a death threat to somebody who is not in the room. So he technically didn't break any laws by threatening to shoot Chuck Heath, who is Governor Palin's father. I want to give you a little more detail on that by going back here to document number 10, because this is a very well-documented incident with 3 to 4 witnesses because the entire Palin family was on the other end of the phone line because they had received a tip that they probably should listen to this guy while he was saying some very interesting things. And you'll find this quote in a number of documents. I'm taking it from Governor Palin's testimony because it was the most complete quote, but it's been substantiated. These are Officer Wooten's words regarding the death threat to Chuck Heath. Quote, I will kill him. He'll eat a effing lead bullet. I'll shoot him. And that was a threat issued saying that he would kill Governor Palin's father were he to hire a lawyer for Molly McCann. This is a state trooper issuing a death threat to a citizen. I'm appalled that this man is still working as an Alaska state trooper. I realize it may not have been technically illegal to threaten to put a bullet through the head of Chuck Heath, but I think it's immoral and disgusting, and I don't see why this man is still working for the Alaska State Patrol. I also think that's more than enough justification for the Palin family to hire a private investigator to make sure that this guy did not kill anyone. And this may go a little bit to the Commissioner Monaghan issue because while Governor Palin insists that she did not bring it up to Commissioner Monaghan other than notifying him early on that this issue did exist, I'm rather appalled that Commissioner Monaghan, one of his first things in office, was to reduce Officer Wooten's suspension from 10 days to 5 days for this conduct. And considering I think he probably should have been fired and we are talking about a death threat to the governor's father, I do think that speaks to the conduct of the public safety department, that they were willing to um, reduce sentences rather than raise them, um, for what appears to be a very dangerous man making death threats. So, now that we've laid out all the facts here and everything I've said, if you look below this video, you'll find it on the blog. I think we need to take a few actions here. Number one, I think we need to call on the media to be more aggressive in their questioning of Andrew Halcro, who released these accusations. They're being awful tough on Palin, but for some reason, they're not reporting that Mr. Halcro is turning down all of their interview requests, despite the fact that Mr. Halcro has said so on his own website. Um, so I'm really hoping that the media will um, be a little more fair in reporting all this. I'd also like to ask anyone watching to help distribute this information about the case. Mr. Halcro seems to be trying to declare Officer Wooten a saint, and ignoring the death threats and the taser incident. So I think we need to get this information out to uh, combat the saintly portrayal of Officer Wooten. I don't think we're going to get a lot of help from the media on this, um, but this is a disgusting and unsubstantiated smear attempt on one of America's most integrous leaders, and honest people like you and I shouldn't be standing for it. So let's make sure that this video gets distributed, or if you don't want to post this video, post the information in this video, all linked copiously below. Um, and I'd also ask that we send letters of support to Governor Palin through this trying time. You know, it's never easy to be falsely accused of numerous crimes, and I think we should lend her all the help we can. Um, so thanks for watching. Please pray for Governor Palin. Please help us get the truth out about this case, and God bless America. Thank you.